Hey Dream Room family, welcome in. If your space is tiny, rented, or constantly changing, you're exactly who I'm talking to. Maybe you're working from a corner of your bedroom, hiding bathroom clutter behind the door, or trying to make a calm nook in a living room that doubles as everything. You love warm textures, living plants, baskets, linen, wood. You prefer things you can build with simple tools, move easily, and do on a weekend without drilling into the walls. You want rooms that feel collected, not crowded, a bedroom that actually rests you, a bathroom that looks like a spa, even if it's the size of a closet, and a micro home office that doesn't invade your peace. Today I'll show you the renter-friendly playbook I use with clients. Portable layers, no-drill lighting, vertical greenery, pebble and fabric grounding tricks, and a 5 senses approach that turns small, awkward corners into soothing mini retreats. We'll move step by step, so the story flows from idea to reveal, and every tip connects to the next. So by the end, you'll know exactly what to do first and what to do this weekend. If that sounds like your vibe, hit subscribe and turn on the bell. Let's design your dream room together. 1. Feel before you decorate. The secret start to every beautiful space before we grab any tools or plants. I want you to pause and imagine the feeling you want your space to give you. Close your eyes for a second. Do you picture sunlight filtering through light curtains? The soft crunch of pebbles under your feet? The scent of lemongrass or lavender when you sit down to breathe? That's the secret we often skip when decorating small spaces. We chase furniture, not feeling. Whether you live in a studio apartment, share a home, or rent a place where nails are forbidden, design isn't about square footage, it's about intention. You don't need a big budget or custom carpentry. You just need to notice how your senses respond to what's already around you, the textures, the light, the sound, the scent. Today, we're turning that awareness into design power. So grab your notebook or your cup of tea, because we're about to start creating your own peaceful retreat, 1 sense at a time. 2. Define your dream corner. Purpose transforms space. Every calm, inviting home starts with one honest question. What do I need this space to give me? Maybe you crave a quiet reading corner where your mind resets after work. Or perhaps you want a bedroom that feels like a soft cocoon, or a work-from-home nook that sparks focus without draining your energy. When you define the purpose first, decorating becomes easy. You'll know exactly which objects belong and which don't. A small side table becomes your tea altar. A single chair turns into your thinking spot. Even one wall can become your vision zone. A space to recharge, not just exist. Don't worry about perfection, worry about connection. The corner you claim with intention will become your sanctuary, no matter how small. And that's where your dream room begins to take shape. 3. See what you already have. The hidden treasures around you. Before buying anything new, walk slowly through your space. Look at it as if you're visiting for the first time. You might notice how the morning light hits one wall perfectly, or how a small plant on your shelf already brings life to the room. That's your foundation, the hidden potential waiting to be revealed. Take inventory of textures and tones. The warmth of your wooden chair, the softness of a blanket, the pattern of sunlight through blinds. Many times, our dream aesthetic already exists. It's just scattered. Group similar materials together. All the woven baskets in one spot, neutral textiles layered across the bed, glass jars turned into mini vases. When you start by appreciating what's already working, your room begins to tell its own story. You're not decorating from scratch. You're refining a feeling that's been there all along. 4. Divide and conquer. Turning one room into many mini worlds. Even the tiniest apartment can hold different zones if you design with flow in mind. Think of your space as a series of moods, not walls. Your bedroom can still hold a reading nook by the window. Your living room can transform into a quiet workspace with just a small rug and a lamp to define it. Use visual boundaries instead of physical ones. A change in texture, a low shelf, or even a hanging plant can subtly mark where one mood ends and another begins. A soft woven rug tells your body, this is the rest zone. A bright desk light signals time to focus. By carving out these mini worlds, you create rhythm and purpose. Each corner starts working for you, not against you. And suddenly, your small home feels twice as large, because every part finally has a reason to exist. 5. Build from the ground up. The power of natural layers. The surface beneath your feet sets the tone for everything else. If your space feels flat or cold, start from the ground. A jute rug, bamboo mat, or even a thin layer of smooth pebbles on a tray can instantly anchor a room and add texture that invites you to slow down. In small or rented spaces, layering is magic. You can roll it up, move it, or swap it seasonally. Try mixing soft textiles with raw, earthy elements. Linen over wood, wool beside stone, woven baskets next to plants. These combinations bring a sense of balance and warmth without adding clutter. Natural layers remind your senses of the outdoors, grounding you every time you step inside. The goal isn't perfection, it's comfort that feels alive. Because when the ground feels right beneath you, everything else begins to fall into harmony. 6. Go vertical when you can't spread out. Grow up when floor space runs out. Your walls become your best friends. Think of them as quiet opportunities waiting to bloom. Floating shelves can hold plants, candles, or books without eating up square footage. A simple hanging rack turns into storage for hats, scarves, or kitchen tools. Functional art that tells your story. For renters, vertical space also means freedom. Use adhesive hooks, tension rods, or leaning ladders that leave no marks when you move out. Hanging plants or macrame bring softness and life upward, drawing the eye and making ceilings feel higher. Every inch above your head is potential, not clutter. When used thoughtfully, it pulls the whole room together, balancing what's heavy on the floor with what's light in the air. Remember, the more vertical your design, the more space you create for peace to breathe. 7. Design with the 5 senses. Feel more. By less, true comfort isn't about how your room looks, it's about how it feels. Start designing through your senses. For sight, add layers of warm light instead of one harsh bulb. For smell, place a small jar of dried lavender or a drop of essential oil near your desk. For touch, mix textures. A linen pillow beside a rattan chair, a cotton throw across cool sheets. Sound brings peace too. Soft background music, a mini tabletop fountain, or even a window slightly open to let nature in. And for taste, yes, taste, grow a tiny pot of herbs on your sill. Mint, basil, or rosemary instantly make a space feel alive and useful. When your room engages all 5 senses, you'll never want to leave. It stops being just a space you decorate. It becomes a sanctuary your whole body recognizes as home. 8. Light the mood, create atmosphere. Not just brightness, lighting can completely transform how your space feels, even more than paint or furniture. Instead of blasting overhead lights, think in layers. Start with warm, low lamps that mimic the glow of sunset. Add fairy lights, solar lanterns, or small candles to bring movement and softness to the room. In work areas, a focused desk light signals productivity. In resting corners, choose diffused lighting, like frosted bulbs or fabric shades, to calm your mind. You can even experiment with portable LED candles or rechargeable bulbs that tuck into jars for a renter-friendly glow. Remember, light shapes emotion. Cool white energizes, amber tones soothe. When you control the mood of your lighting, you control the rhythm of your day, and your small room begins to feel like a place that understands you. 9. Choose furniture that flows, flexible, light, and kind to small spaces in tiny rooms. Furniture must earn its place. Look for pieces that move with you: foldable tables, stackable stools, nesting side tables, or benches with hidden storage. Choose items you can lift easily or reconfigure when you need a new layout. The key is flow. Nothing should block your path or dominate the view. Opt for soft, rounded edges instead of sharp corners. They visually open up the room. Neutral tones or natural would help unify mismatched pieces. And when in doubt, choose multifunctional designs. A storage ottoman doubles as a seat. A console becomes a desk. Your furniture shouldn't just fill space. It should serve your daily rhythm. When everything has both purpose and movement, your room starts to breathe, light, adaptable, and ready for whatever the day brings. 10. Bring nature indoors. The soul of every peaceful space, nature softens everything it touches. Even one small plant can change how a room feels, turning harsh corners into calm, stale air into freshness, and stress into stillness. You don't need a jungle, you just need life. Start with hardy, low-care plants like snake plant, pothose, or peace lily. They forgive busy schedules and thrive in low light. If your light is limited, use dried flowers, branches, or bowls of stones to bring natural texture instead. A small water element, like a tiny fountain or bowl, adds movement and sound. Remember, the goal isn't to decorate with plants, but to reconnect with something living. When you nurture your greenery, you're reminded to slow down and care for yourself too. It's amazing how a single sprout can make an entire room feel alive again. 11. Mix textures. Not just colors, depth makes small spaces feel big. Color alone can't create warmth, texture does. When every surface in a room is smooth or shiny, it feels flat and lifeless. But the moment you mix woven, matte, and natural materials, the space suddenly feels layered and inviting. Try pairing a linen curtain with a wrought tan chair, or place a knitted throw over a wooden bench. Play with contrast. Rough beside soft, cool beside warm, old beside new. A clay vase against a glass lamp, or a jute rug under sleek legs. These little differences trick the eye into seeing depth and volume. In small spaces, this is your secret weapon. Texture builds character without clutter. It lets your room tell stories quietly. Stories of touch, memory, and the comfort of being surrounded by things that feel real. 12. Small decor, big impact details that tell your story in compact spaces. Every object matters. Instead of filling shelves with random decor, choose pieces that speak to you. A seashell from your last trip, a handmade cup, a small framed quote. These are quiet storytellers that make your space uniquely yours. Think of decor as punctuation, not paragraphs. A single candle on a tray, a stack of favorite books, or a woven basket for keys brings both order and personality. Layer these items in odd numbers, groups of 3 or 5, to keep things natural and visually balanced. Avoid decorating for perfection, decorate for meaning. The right little details create emotion, not clutter. They remind you where you've been, what you love, and who you are. And that's what truly transforms a house into a dream room. 13. Organize beautifully. Let function become part of the design. Storage doesn't have to hide, it can decorate too. When every basket, box, and hook looks intentional, your room feels curated, not crowded. Try woven baskets for towels, glass jars for skincare, or wooden trays for remote controls. Clear surfaces free your mind, but visible order warms the heart. Go vertical with wall-mounted racks or over-the-door organizers. Renters can use adhesive hooks or tension rods to avoid drilling. Label with soft tones or handwritten tags for a personal touch. Remember, the goal isn't minimalism, it's mindfulness. When everything has a home, your space starts to breathe again. Each item becomes part of a quiet rhythm, practical yet beautiful, reminding you that peace begins not with more things, but with how you choose to keep them. 14. Light scents. Light mines the invisible power of aroma. Scent shapes emotion faster than sight ever can. A whiff of eucalyptus can wake you up. Lavender can soften your thoughts before bed. That's why every calm, cozy room deserves its own signature aroma. You don't need expensive diffusers. Try simmering lemon peels and cinnamon in a small pot, hanging dried herbs near a sunny window, or adding a drop of essential oil to a cotton pad tucked in a drawer. Even a bundle of fresh mint or rosemary can fill a room naturally. Keep scents subtle. They should whisper, not shout. Layer one comforting fragrance across your space, clean, herbal, or woody. The next time you walk in, your body will instantly relax because your home will smell like you. That's how an ordinary room begins to feel sacred. 15. Play with light and shadow. The art of quiet drama. Every peaceful space has contrast, not chaos, but balance. Light and shadow give your room depth, mood, and life. Notice how morning light dances on your wall, or how evening shadows stretch across the floor. Those subtle shifts create beauty that money can't buy. Try layering different light sources. A soft floor lamp beside a bright desk light, or fairy lights hidden behind a curtain to create a gentle glow. Let some corners stay dim. Darkness makes the light feel warmer. Use mirrors to bounce sunlight into forgotten spots, or candlelight to flicker softly at night. When you let light move naturally instead of forcing brightness everywhere, your space begins to breathe in rhythm with the day. It feels alive, human, and deeply comforting, like a story unfolding one golden hour at a time. 16. Add movement. Let your space feel alive. Stillness is peaceful, but too much of it can make a room feel frozen. Adding a hint of movement, gentle and natural, makes your home come alive. Think of soft curtains that sway when the windows open, hanging plants that drift slightly in the air, or candle flames that flicker quietly in the corner. You can even add rhythm through sound and touch. A ceiling fan, a soft fountain, or a mobile above your workspace. Movement tells your mind, life is here. It helps energy flow through your space, keeping it from feeling stagnant or heavy. When every small motion harmonizes, light shifting, leaves trembling, water whispering, your home becomes a living sanctuary. It's not about constant action. It's about creating a quiet pulse that reminds you, Your space, like you, is always growing and alive. 17. Craft corners for emotion spaces that match your mood. Every emotion deserves a place to land. Create tiny emotion zones around your home. A joy corner, a calm corner, a focus corner. It doesn't take much. One chair, one candle, one small plant can shift your state of mind. A reading nook bathed in sunlight for inspiration. A cozy throw and soft lamp for reflection. A desk near a window for creativity. Your home should move with you, not against you. When you're tired, your calm corner waits. When you're energized, your creative space is ready. These emotional anchors remind you that your environment can support your inner world, not just store your things. Design isn't only about beauty, it's about belonging. And when your space reflects how you feel, it becomes more than decoration. It becomes your quiet companion through every season of life. 18. Let imperfection breathe. The beauty of the real home. Perfection looks good in photos, but peace lives in the unpolished corners. A slightly uneven curtain, a handmade mug with a chip, or a plant leaning toward the light. These aren't flaws, they're signs of life. When you stop chasing perfection, your space finally starts to feel human. Real homes evolve. They carry memories, the scent of morning coffee, the soft mark of sunlight on your floorboards, the cozy mess of a blanket left from last night's movie. Don't hide these moments, celebrate them. The truth is, coziness doesn't come from matching sets or flawless lines. It grows from warmth, personality, and the quiet comfort of knowing your space loves you back. When your home feels lived in, it feels alive, and that's the kind of beauty that never fades. 19. Refresh with the seasons. Let nature guide your design flow. Your home should change the way the world outside does, gently, rhythmically, and with purpose. When spring arrives, bring in soft greens, fresh flowers, and linen textures. In summer, swap heavy fabrics for airy cotton and add a bowl of citrus or seashells for brightness. Autumn calls for warmth, golden light, amber glass, dried leaves, and woven blankets. And in winter, layer wool, candles, and deep earthy tones for comfort. You don't need to redecorate each season. Just rotate, refresh, and let your senses follow nature's rhythm. A new scent, a fresh throw, or a plant that thrives in cooler light can shift the entire mood of your home. Seasonal decorating isn't about trend, it's about connection. When your space mirrors the natural world, it keeps you grounded, reminding you that peace isn't static, it evolves just like you. 20. Create rituals. Not just rooms. Turn habits into harmony. The most peaceful homes aren't built overnight. They're shaped by daily rituals. Light a candle before work begins. Water your plants while the kettle hums. Open a window each morning to invite new air and energy. These small actions tell your mind, this is my space, my rhythm, my calm. Rituals turn rooms into living experiences. Your desk stops being just furniture when it becomes the place where dreams are planned. Your bed transforms from a surface to sleep on into a sanctuary for rest and gratitude. Even cleaning shifts from a chore to a reset, a quiet moment of care. When you honor your space with consistency, it responds. Over time, every sound, scent, and motion becomes part of a gentle language between you and your home. One that says, I'm safe here. I belong here. 21. Design for flexibility. Spaces that evolve with you. Your life changes, so your space should too. A corner that once held your work desk might later become your art station or yoga mat zone. Design with movement in mind. Choose furniture that folds, shelves that roll, or decor that can easily shift as your needs do. Think of your home as a living organism. It grows, adapts, and reshapes itself around you. Use lightweight pieces, removable hooks, and portable lighting so transformation never feels like a burden. A blanket ladder today might be a plant stand tomorrow. When flexibility becomes your design philosophy, you stop feeling limited by small spaces. Instead, you start seeing endless possibilities. Your dream room doesn't have to stay one way forever. It can evolve with your seasons, your mood, and your story. 22. End each day with intention. The nighttime reset. Ritual. Peaceful homes aren't made by daylight alone. They're built in the quiet of the night. Before bed, take 5 minutes to reset your space. Fold the blanket on the couch, dim the lights, and let a soft scent of lavender or cedar fill the air. This isn't cleaning, it's closure, a way to tell your mind the day is complete. Put away distractions and replace noise with calm, a soft playlist, the sound of rain, or simple silence. Light a candle or turn on a warm lamp to signal rest. As you breathe and move slowly through your room, notice how the stillness settles around you. These tiny nightly rituals weave emotional safety into your walls. When your space sleeps well, you sleep better. Because your dream room isn't just where you live, it's where your peace begins again, every single night. Final reflection: your dream room, your everyday sanctuary. When you step back and look at your space now, you'll realize it's no longer just walls and furniture. It's a reflection of who you are becoming. Every small detail you shaped with your hands, every light you adjusted, every plant you nurtured, has turned your ordinary room into something sacred, a calm extension of your soul. Remember, your dream room doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to feel like you. Let it change with the seasons, let it grow with your confidence, and let it hold the quiet parts of your story that only you know. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Which idea spoke to your heart the most? Tell me in the comments below. And if you're creating your own cozy retreat, share what you're working on. Don't forget to subscribe to Dream Room and turn on the bell so you never miss new inspiration for your home, your peace, and your beautiful, evolving life.